Sad for the rest. Nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas Live, and I am your host, Dr. RC. Today is September 21st, and we have Jiggly Jones, a country musician, singer, songwriter. And welcome, Jiggly.
Hi, Dr. RC. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Very good, very good. The number to call is 469 307 1642, and I am your host, Dr. RC. Jiggly, before we get to the program, I want to ask you something. Tell our audience where you were born and what did you do in the past, few years, the early part of your life. What are you doing now, and what is in the future for you?
Well, I was born in Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania. Actually, that's where I'm living now. I had moved away numerous times over the years, but I ended up back here. I ended up marrying my next door neighbor uh, from when I was growing up. So I live actually 3 miles from where we grew up. We're back in the same town. So, I grew up in a family, a father who owned an auto body shop that was pretty successful. We always had what we needed, not more than what we needed, but we were happy growing up. And, the local church down the street was like the focal point of our world because it was a small community and a lot of good things were happening down there. So, I sang in the church choir down there and I played the clarinet when I was little in elementary school. And, as time moved on, and when I became a teenager, I got more into music and the rock music like most teenagers do. And from there, I picked up the bass guitar and started playing around in local cover bands and things. And I must have got bored with that. I bought an acoustic guitar and started writing music. And ever since then, that's what I've been doing. This particular project, Jiggly Jones, started back in 2007. I had done numerous things before that, and then I took a hiatus from music for a while, started a family and all that. And my wife talked me into getting back into it. And so I did. And this is this project now, the current project, Jiggly Jones. And by the way, Jiggly is a nickname of mine. That's not my real first name. So
So, what's your real first name?
it's Brian.
Brian, okay.
Brian, yeah. So,
But how do you want to be
I,
called?
I, I gained this nickname about 16 years ago up in New York when I was playing in a band up there, and somehow it got stuck to me and it spread like wildfire.
Oh,
And
okay.
I figured when I brought this project to light, Jiggly was a little more interesting and catchy than Brian, so that's
Yes.
that's why it's there. So
Hey,
everybody seems to like it.
by the way, if your kids are there, no problem. Let them talk. Our audience would love to hear whatever your family has to say about anything. So this
Sure,
is
will
your little
do.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, how are you? This is not a very, conservative, rigid show. We will show everybody. Okay, what's his name?
That's good. He'll be crawling around here, but I'm good. So
Okay, good. All
sure.
right. So now I was googling and doing some YouTube on a number of songs that you wrote, and you said in one of the biodata of yours, I found that you wrote more than 100 songs. And when did you write those?
That was over the course of all the years I've played. That could add up to like 20 years or somewhere between 15 and 20 years. A lot of those songs have gone by the wayside, but they were the root of what I became as a songwriter. So I've actually dug a few of those old ones up and redid them. A
Okay.
lot of those, are gone for good. But like I said, they helped me develop as a songwriter. Right now, Jiggly Jones is sitting on about 20 songs or so. So
Oh, okay. Now the two songs that I was interested in, "Ain't That All Right" and "Baby Blue." Did you write those two?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
What was the inspiration? How did you come up with the first one?
Ain't that all right?
Yeah.
That's sort of a little bit like a comedy of sorts. It's just like a situation where a guy meets a girl at a party and he likes her and she doesn't like him, but he thinks she does, and then they keep bumping into each other all over all over town, and she's rolling her eyes, going, "Oh no, here he comes again," and he thinks it's fate. So, I could
Is
picture.
that anything to do with your life?
Not really. I think everybody's stumbled across that situation, whether you were the stalky or the stalker.
Yes.
But it's different because I usually write songs about life and things that most people can relate to. That song there is specific, and I'm usually not real specific like that. But I just came up with this idea. Anyway, at the end of the day, he sees her at like an outdoor carnival, and she's like, "Oh no, here he comes again!" And you could picture him running across the field like in slow motion, the romantic thing, you know. And then right when he gets to her, he runs right past her to a girl who's standing 15 feet behind her. So leaving this girl hanging, like, what the heck just happened there? So, the moral of the story is, don't obsess over things you can't control. Live for today.
That's it, exactly. Live for today.
Right.
Now, isn't there were three girls, one teenager and two young little kids, daughters, or I mean, girls that were acting in that video, and there
Yes,
was also a little
actually,
boy.
right. The boy's my son. He's actually the inspiration for the song "Baby Blue," the other song. So uh,
Okay,
the other three girls, two of them are my daughters, the oldest one and one of the smaller ones, and the other one is a friend of my smaller daughter. And
okay.
the friend is the one that seems to be able to be the best dancer.
So I was watching the video and I see that at the early part of the video, their heads were up on a table, as if
My-
their heads were out. So
yes, that's my
how did you
three
come
right
up with
there.
that idea?
That was an outtake. When you're editing these videos, and we did this video together, me and the kids. That was the whole point of it. It's sort of a silly song, so we had a silly approach to the video. It's a very low budget video. Actually, it was free. I used iMovie on my Mac here, and you know it, it it was us clowning around, and that was an outtake that wasn't really even supposed to be in the video. I thought it looked cute, so I put it in there, and it fit in there pretty good. So
So yeah, this is under the album No Spring Chicken. Is that contains more additional songs in that album?
yeah, it's actually an EP, which is a short version of an album. There's four songs total. Those two songs
Yeah,
and
talking over there.
right, I got you. And there's two more. Like I said, one of them's a Christmas song. So there's four total.
Right. Okay. Um, is there a website that our audience can go? Can you go ahead and tell about your website? And also, is there any other programs that you have in the future coming up, or any concert or anything?
Uh, yeah, the hub of my whole thing here is jigglyjones.com, and that's Jiggley Jones.com. And everything that you need to know about me is on there. Whether there's social network links, if you want to go to Facebook, just go to jigglyjones.com, and you can hit on the link and go to Facebook. There's videos on there. There's lyrics. There's you can buy the songs through iTunes, or you could stream them for free to check them out on SoundCloud. My bio's on there. There's pictures, news feed, all that stuff's on there. And as far as live shows, yeah, I've been doing a lot of shows, usually within 3 hours or so of where I live. New York City, I've been playing a lot up there. I got a bunch coming up there.
Right.
Also in the near future, I play down in Philadelphia, playing down in Virginia, I think in November. So I do some traveling, and it's just me and the guitar, so it's easy. It's not a whole band. It's just me. I do acoustic, so that makes it a little easier.
Okay. Now, is this your full-time profession, or you have something else going on?
Well, I always got to pay the bills, and I do whatever I can to do that. So, right now I'm working another job too, and that changes from time to time, and you just take it as you go.
That's absolutely right. Yes.
Right.
Everybody does this now. What other job are you doing anyway?
Right now I'm working at a factory.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's a pretty physical job.
Uh huh.
I'm always tired when I get home. Then I got the three kids. My wife works at night,
Okay.
so I come home from the job there, and I check out my emails and see what Michael, my manager's got for me, and then I settle in with the kids. And if I'm playing out, my wife will take the kids for that night, and a lot of times on the weekend that doesn't need to happen.
Right.
So, we've got an amazing schedule going on here. The kids got all kinds of different things going on: Girl Scouts and soccer and softball and all that, plus the music
Yes.
thing. So it's I got to write everything down. That's for sure.
That's true. All right, now going back to your first song, I know it's a very interesting song for me to listen to, and you are sitting there in a pile of logs in a regular clothing, and then as the video progresses, you are sitting in a leather chair like a college professor, with a dress shirt and a tie, and you are talking in a strange but compelling voice. Um, how did you come up with that idea?
Well, obviously, first came the music, and that's just how it came out in the studio. My talking there, that's my version of rap, I guess. But
Uh-huh.
it's
Well, that was very impressive though, because it has not a sinister, but somewhat a strange and compelling voice that I wanted to listen to what you were telling me.
well, I guess that's the whole point. The word compelling there. You hope that people think that, and that keeps them hanging on at least for the first time when they listen to the song. Some people think it's a little strange, and when I did the video part of it, I purposely made it seem a little strange, like I was unemotional.
Yes,
You
you
know,
are unemotional. You are just staring at the camera and no emotion whatsoever, and that was pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was sort of done in fun. My daughter was on the other end of the camera, so she was looking at me like I was crazy. So it was pretty funny. But that part of the song, it's different than the rest of the song as far as the talking and stuff. So I wanted to make that a little different as far as the visual part too. So
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Dallas Live, and I am your host, Dr. RC. JigglyJones.com is where you can find all information about Jiggly and his songs. You can also find him on Facebook, Twitter, and the lyrics are also there, and also in iTunes. You can buy them through iTunes. Is that correct?
that is correct.
All right. Now it's about time. We need to listen to some music now. So the ain't that all right is the music that I'm going to play now. If this music, for any reason, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't come through, we will replay this again on a recorded live at 8 p.m. tonight. So let's go ahead and try this.
Where are you right now? I just wonder, where are you? Alright. Well, ain't that alright? Ain't that just fine? Really, it's over when I think about you. Think of that night. Ain't that alright? Alright. Just the other day I thought about the time we had. I see your face shine through the winds of time. So what today, the sacred trial of all the way, could really use the sound of good advice. Where are you right now? I just wonder, where are you? All right now. Well, ain't that alright? Ain't that just fine? Really, it's over when I think about you. Think of that night. Ain't that alright? Alright. I think you left a hole a mile wide. I climb the walls and hope to see the ocean tide. You let time and how I feel go by the way. I hope to somehow get through the day. Where are you right now? I just wonder, where are you?
That was fantastic song. Jiggly really appreciated, and not only myself, my audience also appreciate it. It's a fantastic music, fantastic song, and very nice production. The video is great, and you look good.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate
All
that.
right, very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are back to the second portion of our live interview with Jiggly Jones. You can find him at the Jiggly Jones, Jiggley Jones.com, and also on Facebook, Twitter. And his lyrics and the songs are available on iTunes. Jiggly, welcome back to our second part. And there he is. There is your son right there. All right.
Yeah, we call him Wiggly Jones.
Wiggly Jones, yeah. He's wiggling out of your hands there.
Yep.
Baby Blue. This Baby Blue is the one you wrote for this little guy here.
Yeah, I mean, he was the inspiration. It wasn't necessarily about him. It's just about having a newborn baby and the wonderment of all that. You know,
How old is he now?
he'll be 3 in December. So that song was written almost 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's 3 going on 30 actually. So, but
Oh, now I see it. Now I see it because I was going to ask you a few questions. You know, you were walking over near a stream of water in the woods,
mhm.
and that is overlaid with a newborn baby. So that is the theme of this particular song then.
Yes, it's just it's like a lullaby of sorts. You know, you can imagine a parent like yourself sitting there when the baby's new to you
Right.
and to the world, and rocking it to sleep maybe, and telling it things that it doesn't understand what you're saying, but for some reason us parents we tell them about life right from day one. So
Exactly. You know, they don't understand anything, but we got to keep our job doing our job. Now, in that particular song, the one thing that strike me, in addition to your singing, who is the guitarist?
that's my friend Lauren Porta.
Okay.
I got a bunch of session players on that CD that have been friends of mine for a long time. Some of them I just met, right before that, but most of them, the piano player Dave Kurtz and Lauren Porta, he plays all the string stuff, the mandolin, and other than the banjo, he does pretty much everything, all the slide work and stuff. So
Oh, really? Okay. There's another thing that I wanted to ask you about. Towards the end of that song, someone comes up to you with a stick and beat up on your knee. Okay, what is that all about?
that was something that really wasn't supposed to be in there, but we decided to keep it in because it was sort of funny.
Yes.
We want to see if everybody watches all the way to the end.
Yeah, well, now you got me. I did watch it all the way through the end because this is my job. I got to find out what's going on here.
Well, that was the co-director of the video, Bob Buzzard, a good friend of mine. He's sort of silly sometimes, and right when we were done filming that particular part, I mean, there's a whole bunch of parts that don't even end up in the video. You could film for hours and then you edit things out, and
Right.
that was one of those things that we figured we would just watch ourselves, and we said, at the very end of this, why don't we just put this in here, just to get a laugh out of people. It really meant nothing, but it was just humor. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. I really enjoyed that one. Let's see if we can listen to that song. That is Baby Blue, right? Let me
yes,
go ahead and play this for our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Jiggly Jones, a country music artist, and he is also a writer, song lyrics and songwriter, and he has a website, jigglyjones.com, Jiggly Jones.com. Let's see. Maybe that thing is already started. Let's take a look.
15 minutes could save you.
Well, there is an advertisement going on. Let's get rid of that one.
Why are there skies of blue? Why are all the flowers beautiful? How are you able to amaze me, not even knowing who I am to you? Water moves, taking a path that leads it where it needs to follow through. As long as you
Well, here is where your buddy comes and beat you upon your knees.
Well, you passed the test. You watched the whole thing. So.
Yeah, well, I wanted to show our audience what I'm talking about because they won't know what I'm talking about, so they need to see it. Very, very, very interesting. Very good. Excellent song. The audio quality was much superior to what I have heard in other people's production. So I saw that your son was playing around with one of those sound mixtures. You have that at your house, or?
Yeah, that's the thing I use to throw down quick song ideas and things.
Oh, okay. All right. So I see a bunch of guitars on the back. So are you also a guitar player?
Yeah, I play the acoustic guitar. I started out, like I said, as a bass player, so
Right.
I dabble in that still once in a while.
Okay.
The bass work on the CD was done by the co-producers Chris Tristram from Los Angeles, a good friend of mine.
Okay.
But yep.
Excellent. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Jiggly Jones, and you can find all his work at jigglyjones.com, and also available on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes. So, what's next before we close this?
Well, like I said, I'm doing a lot of playing around the area. New York City's my biggest thing these days.
Okay.
In January, I'm going to start on my next record. I'm going to be recording down in Nashville. I actually am in the process of signing my first record deal. It should be wrapped up here by the end of the week. It's been a very exciting time for me. It's an indie label out of Nashville, and that's where the studio is. I'll be working in January, so I'll be preparing for that. There's every day, Michael Stover, my manager's got something going on, so who knows what tomorrow will bring as far as the next thing. So.
Okay. Very good. I think your management guys are doing a pretty good job. They are keeping us busy for sure. Okay. But it's been a very pleasure because most of the time we don't get most musicians that much. So it's always my pleasure to listen to music and study them and find out what's going on and ask them some questions like what I asked you. And it's a great pleasure talking to you, Jiggly. And we will get back together again soon. As soon as you come up with something new, just shoot us an email through your management, and we will put you on board and listen to a couple of more of your songs.
Sure, that'd be great. I appreciate you having me on, and I really appreciate what you do. That's it's something that's necessary for guys like me. So.
Oh, no problem at all. Anytime, anytime. Please come on board, and we will do it. And as a matter of fact, our audience will be listening to the relay broadcast on both video and audio later on today. And whatever problems we find on this, we usually fix them up so that that is all cleaned up when we show the relay broadcast on video on ustream.tv. And also on live365.com, Dallas Live 101. Jiggly, it's been a great pleasure talking to you, and I hope you can come back again, and we will do some more of this.
I would love to come back. Thanks, Dr. RC.
Very good. And this is Dallas Live. You are listening to Dr. RC, and the number to call is 469-307-1642, and we will be right back. I have already stopped the broadcast.
Okay.
So right now we are not alive. So 1 second. Let me do some paperwork here.
Okay.
You know, it's a pretty good interview. I really appreciate you coming on board. And so anytime, please talk to you, Mike Stover or anybody. And in the next few weeks, few months, just come on board. If you have something new, that will be best. Now, you said there are 2 songs, right? That I was able to find. Are there more songs?
Yeah, there's 4 songs total. There's only 2 videos. The Christmas song, will probably be pushing that, obviously, coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
Michael wants me to do a video on that. I don't know if I have time to do a full production. I might just do an acoustic version of the song, just a live kind of thing. If I have time to do that. But there's a Christmas video on there that was done. It's got almost like an infomercial version of it. You can check out. It's on my website. The song's called Christmas 365. Now, as far as the new stuff I'm recording in January, that probably won't be released until the springtime, I imagine.
Okay.
You know, so this record here should play itself out by the end of the year, and then on to the next thing. So
Okay, good.